a thing that they'll do the book, but then they'll add somebody's tahqiq in it. So like there might be a work which is only like 10 pages long. Now they'll add somebody else's work in there, as in somebody's footnotes, or they'll make their own footnotes, and they'll put introduction in the starting, but the introduction will be like 100 pages. Yes. But the truth is a useless introduction, which you don't need to read. Yes. So you own the book in it, you own the actual book. So the introduction just be useless. A guy saying that I found a manuscript here and a manuscript there. I traveled from one place. He's telling his life story. I don't think we want to know that bit. Yes. Darul, what's it called? Darul Kutub Al Ilmiya. No, Beirut, Lebanon, isn't it? They're based there. Shall we start? Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen wa salatu wa salamu ala ashrafil anbiya'i wal mursaleen wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'in. Amma ba'd, last week we spoke on Isme Ghair Mutamakkin. Remember the Hafsa? Hafizain? Many moons ago. Isme Ghair Mutamakkin is Mabni. Yes? So we did the first category out of which was called, come on, you should remember that. What's it called? What's the first category called? Zamir, wasn't it? Yes? First part is called Zamir. Should all remember before you come to class? Just have a look at your previous notes, whatever you've written down, and then you're up to speed anyway. That's all it is. Because it's always going to connect to what's before. So now we're doing the second category. And the second type of Isme Ghair Mutamakkin, which is Asma'i Isharat. Ism Ishara. Ism Ishara. So we have to use a board in this class. Modern solutions. Ism Ishara. You can put 2 dots on the ta if you want. Right. Ism Ishara are simple. You have Za, then you have Zani and Zaini. Yes? So this is Wahid Muzakkar. This is Tasniya Muzakkar. Oops. Then you have Ta. How does it come off then? Ta, Ti, Te. Tihi. Yeah. Ta, Ti, Te. I missed Zeh out. Yeah. Just put Zeh in. Sorry. Wait, not Te. Ta, Ti, Te, Zeh. Not Zehi. Zeh. Zihi. Then you have that's Wahid Mu'annas. So all of them are all what? Wahid Mu'annas. I'll just put 1 there so you know. Number 2. Then Tani and Taini. Tasniya. I missed one out again. Zeh, Zihi, Tihi. Ta, ti, te, zihi, tihi. Tani and then tani, and then you have ula'i. Ula'i. So this is plural now. Plural for both of them. Muzakkar and muannas. That's why I kept them separate. So ula'i. This waw silent, by the way. Different to sakin. Okay? So it's just ula'i. Yes? And then you have with mad. La. What's the mad called? In Tajweed? So, which mad is it?
Referring to the waw to
Yeah.
I believe.
Don't believe it, tell me. Yes. Okay, don't believe it. Tell me. It's not an Aqidah issue, is it, Afzal? You mentioned this a long time ago. A fatwa came to me from, I think it was America or Canada. Can't really recall which one it was. Those countries seem to be the same. It's about a lady, female prominent speaker. And everybody seemed to have put a fatwa on her. Yes? And so they messaged me and with the same issue. And basically the speaker had said that, referring to the Prophet, that he didn't believe in himself and Sayyidah Khadija believed in him. Yes? What's the ta'wil of this? Can you do a ta'wil of this?
That she had more iman than the Prophet.
But that's you looking at as a guy that's not looking at language. That's you just looking as, I just want to put kufr fatwa on her.
No. Because obviously if she had to...
It's just the way you said it, I believe. Yeah? Do you say I've got iman upon a maddaleen? Can I say that to you now? That you have iman. You just said I have iman upon maddaleen.
When I say I believe, there's a lot of words that are mahdoof there.
That's a good one, eh? Yeah. Drop them all. Eh?
Basically, it means...
The unspoken language, eh? The word that never gets spoken but are understood, eh? That's a good one. The point here is, look, she could have meant in the sense that the Prophet sallallahu ta'ala wasallam, because of the way of wahi, yes, was unsure of what just had taken place. And by unsure, we don't mean by terms of faith, but unsure of, when something happens and you just haven't realized what it was. So realization in that regard, yes, of the experience. So she said, so when a person says that Khadija believed in the Prophet, in terms of realization, as in that she's supporting the Prophet ﷺ and saying that, no, everything that's happened has happened. Yes? And there's nothing wrong with that then, is there?
Well, obviously, because that person was a Christian and he
Yes.
was head of Revelation, so
Yes.
he may have understood the magnitude of what happened.
Yes. So the person can then get away with that, innit?
Yeah.
To say, and the believe, can we use that in English? I believe in you. No, you're fundamentally my aqidah of Sunni Islam. If I don't believe in you, then I'm no longer Sunni. It doesn't mean like that, does it? It just, what would you call it? What would you translate as in this sentence? I believe in you.
It's a figure of speech.
It's a figure of speech, isn't it? So therefore you can, in terms of our language, that's a way out for it then, isn't there? As in, it doesn't mean that the Prophet didn't believe in himself in terms of iman. Yes? Rather in terms of the sense of the experience of what had just taken place. Yes? So, it doesn't matter who the person is, sometimes you have to be. The person was a Wahhabi really, but then the person was an outright Wahhabi. But you have to be sincere in your work in terms of, think, it's a Wahhabi, let's just put fatwa on it. It doesn't matter. It's not like we're losing anything, are we? Right, so these are Asma'i Ishara. What are they? Asma'i Ishara. First thing here that you need to understand is Ism Ishara, indication if you like, pointing towards something, can only be made on a mahsus mubsar. Mahsus, what's mahsus?
Specific.
No, with the scene. Mahsus. In mahsus, that's a khas as well. Me mahsus hoya. Feeling, there you go. Sensation, see? Arabic word in Urdu. Yes? We had a few English words in Arabic yesterday, didn't we have some? Fakka yafuk. So, what was the other one?
I don't know. Sam mentioned controller. I don't know.
Yeah, there's quite a few actually. Da'u Ain or something, I think. Blind. Bighairi Ain, and then, I mean, they've been taken from the Arabic. Anyway. They mention a guy who's said that every language has originated from Arabic. So then somebody said, give us examples. So he wrote a whole book. Yes, on phrases and sayings that come from Arabic. Yes.
The Greeks could potentially have a similar name.
Yep.
Identity.
Yeah, they are. So here is mahsus. So mahsus means that it should be your senses. How many senses do you have? 5. Your 5 senses are able to catch them. And then it's mubsar, that you're able to see it. You're able to see it. Generally, we point to something that we see, don't we? So that's why we say mubsar. But then there can be something that can be sensed. Yes? And the reason I said how many senses have you got? Why did I ask that question? Huh? Ustaji, you forgot how many senses we got? No. The reason is, here, the 5 senses, yes, is with that you might sense something. So what are the 5 senses? Sight, sound, smell, taste, touch. Yes? That's 5, they're all outer, aren't they? The mahsus here doesn't mean that as well. For example, here, what you feel in your brain. When I say feel, again, it doesn't mean that you feel it. When I say, my feelings are, yes? And you're just voicing your opinion. Not your feeling then, is it? It's your opinion. But we use language like that, don't we? So here in the same manner, mahsus here means, for example, when you feel something in your brain, to know something. Yes? For example, you're writing a foreword, and you're writing that the book we were talking about, so he's saying that I wrote this Bayyinatul Quran. Qari Sahib's first tafsir was called Bayyinatul Quran. Yes? So he's writing in that I'm sat in front of the Kaaba and I just finished my longest tafsir. I think he said 2006 or something. So he wrote a long tafsir and he's saying that I finished it sitting next to the Kaaba. Yes? So this is where I finished it. But now I thought to myself that who's going to have time to read these large volumes of work. I can't remember how much volumes he had written. But he said that's for the ulama because they're trained to do this job and that's what they've been endowed to do. Sit and read. Yes? So the general masses will not be able to do it. So therefore I start this book, Burhanul Quran. Yes? Therefore I start this book, Burhanul Quran. Now the word this here in this sentence, yes, we said that something that you indicate towards should be mahsus mubsar, that you either see it or you sense it. And we said 5 senses then, didn't we? So where's the book here? He just tried, right? Well, he's not even reading, he's just writing his forward. So where's the book? Where's this book, Hafsab? It's conceptual, isn't it? It's in his brain. So therefore, if something's in your brain, you can say, Haza. Yes? You can say, Haza to it, this. Yes? So there's nothing wrong with that. And many authors will do it. So there's two types of khutbahs. One that's written before the book is written, and one that's written after. The one that's written after the book kind of makes sense. But the sign will be that I've already written this book. And so they're all phrased in the past tense. And this book is very beneficial, and you carry on. But then the other one is that I'm going to write this book. Yes? And this book, we pray that Allah grants it blessings and benefit to the people. Yes? And so on and so forth. But here, this here doesn't really exist, does it? It's a ishara. So therefore, sometimes ishara is done in the mind. Yes? So therefore, there you go. So that is isme ishara. Isme ishara. The third category, and they all, not all of them, there is a bit of a dispute if zani, zaini, tani, taini are mabni or not. Okay? But he mentioned them all together because there's nowhere else to mention them. Yes? So that's why it doesn't. So za, ta, ti, te, ze, zihi, zihi, tehi, sorry, are all mabni. These two are as well. Yes, they're mabni. The tasniya sigas are kind of disputed if they are mabni or not in the Arabic language. Okay? So that's that. The third category of ism ghair mutamakkin is ism mawsool. Ism mawsool. Okay? Keep an eye on the time. I don't have my phone with me, so keep an eye on the time. Okay. So ism mawsool. Yes. Ism mawsool is an easy concept. It's nothing hard to understand. It's just a few words which you just need to learn. So you got allazi, allazani, allazaini, allazina, allati, allatani, allataini, allati, allawati, ma or man or ayyun or ayyatun. So the main ones are these, you always see them. Ism mawsool. Allazi, allazani. Sometimes I write with a double lam, I just write with one. Okay? Allazani. Like this. Sometimes write like that. Allazaini. And then that's the tasniya. And then you got allazina. That's jama. Then you got the mu'annas one. Allati, allatani, and allataini. And then you got the jama mu'annas, which is allat. There's two of them. Allati and allawati. They're both the same. These are jama mu'annas. So you got jama, tasniya, wahid, tasniya, jama, muzakkar, all of them. Wahid, tasniya, jama, mu'annas, all of them. Yes? Then there are few extra ones which don't fit into that, which are ma, man, and ayyun, and ayyatun. Okay? So let's understand what ism mawsool is. What is ism mawsool? Ism mawsool can be part of a sentence. It comes the meaning of which. Okay? Which are we talking about? Which? Which one is it? Yeah, is this which? There's no T in this, okay? So which? Okay, that which. So, or it comes in the meaning of whom? Yes? whom comes in that meaning as well. Is just to connect it onto something that you want to mention. So, but it's always part of a sentence. It'll never come on its own. Never come on its own. It has to be part of a sentence. But one thing needed for these ism mawsool, is a thing called a sila. So you have a mawsool and a sila. The mawsool is these, allazi or any one of these, and the sila will always be a sentence. And what is a sentence? How many types of sentences do we have? Jumla, fi'liya, and jumla ismiya. So you got two types of jumlas, jumla ismiya and jumla fi'liya. So the sila will have to be jumla fi'liya or jumla ismiya, always. Yes? And then together the mawsool and the sila, then you have to see what it becomes in the sentence. Okay? That's the concept of it. That is the concept of it. There's nothing else to it. So after allazi, there'll be a whole sentence after it. And then you'll say allazi mawsool with its sila, and then together look back whatever is becoming in the sentence. But remember, they are mabni. What are they? Mabni. They are mabni. Yes? There's a dispute in these as well if they are morab or mabni. But one way of looking at it is that Allah Zani and Allah Zaini, if they do come, but once you make a mawsool and sila, then you need to give it i'rab again. When you give it i'rab again, that'll be a mabni i'rab. Okay? But we'll sort that out some other time. Okay? These two, ma and man. Ma and Hafiz Sahib knows all about ma and man. Hey Hafiz Sahib? Huh? So ma and man, what's ma for?
Well, Sheikh, one can be used for khas and one's arm.
They both am Hafiz Sahib.
Sheikh, we had a discussion that there was the example where it was khas.
No. They can be used for khas, but they're both for am. Majazan they can be used for khas, but they are both am. Yes? One's for yaqil, aqil, and the other one's for ghair aqil. So man is used for intellectual beings, and ma is used for, what's the opposite? Inanimate. Is that what you said? Yes? So non-intellectual. Okay? So non-intellectual. But then we're going to have a problem. Yes? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Fankihu ma taba lakum minan nisa. Ma taba. Marry whatever. Whatever pleases you. I.e. women. Yes? So the ma refers to women, doesn't it? Yes? So what's going on here? Eh? Yeah, min biyaniya of the ma mawsool. There's this ma in that verse. So how do you get around it? Simple answer. The ma is in the meaning of min. Man, sorry, not min. The ma is in the meaning of, so they're interchangeable. Sometimes you get a ma in the place of a man and a man in the place of a ma. It's all fine. It is all fine, and they all have their benefits. Especially in the Quran, there's a certain benefit there which links to some rulings of fiqh, which Hafiz Sahib's done. Hey Hafiz Sahib, about Nur al-Anwar today. Yeah. So these are all mabni. So all of them are mabni with the exception of Allah Zani, Allah Zaini, the tasniya ones, okay, up to there. Then he added ayyun and ayyatun. The truth is that they're not mabni. Question is, why did he put them in then? We're talking about mabni, aren't we? Ism ghair mutamakkin is mabni. So why did we mention it? The reason is that ayyun and ayyatun in the lughat of Bani Tay, in the lugha of Bani Tay, yes? sorry, that's further on. Ayyun and ayyatun are mu'rab, but because they do come in the meaning of allazi, meaning they can be mawsul. That's why I just mentioned it, because this is the only place you can mention ism mawsul. So even though they're not mabni, he just added it on just to give the benefit of the chapter. Now there's a few more, and that is the alif lam also comes in the meaning of allazi. Alif lam also comes in the meaning of allazi. But when alif lam is on ism fa'il or ism maf'ul, ism fa'il or ism maf'ul, for example, you've got ad-daribu, yes? So ad-daribu means allazi daraba, yes? The one who hit. So al here is in the meaning of allazi. Al is in the meaning of, and the same thing with ism maf'ul, al-madrubu, allazi duriba. That's the meaning of it. And then you have, just to make things difficult, another one which is zu. Zu, yes? This comes in the meaning of allazi as well, but this is in the lugha of Bani Tay. Yes, lugha of Bani Tay. Meaning it's only in their language where they make zu, their dialect, zu in the meaning of allazi. Zu in the meaning of. So for example, where we say ja'ani allazi darabaka. Yes? Ja'ani, where we would say allazi darabaka. So the one who hit you came to me. Yes, that's the meaning of it. They simply just say ja'ani zu darabaka. Make sense? Yeah, zu. But it's not very common. It is not very common. That makes sense? Yes? There you go. I'll let you learn that for next week. That was the third category of ism ghair mutamakkin. Right, get your Qurans. So what book have you got? MashaAllah. What's this one called? Good book. Who's the dude? Who's this dude?
Yeah, it's possible for a few people have mentioned it.
Right, second verse it was, wasn't it? So we did the first verse, Alif Lam Ra, Tilka Ayatul Kitabil Mubin. Inna anzalnahu Qur'anan Arabiyyan la'allakum ta'qilun. Before we translate, have a look at the tarkib of this sentence. Yes? So first of all, we have the word inna. Inna. In actual form, it was inna, and then a na. Then a na. You haven't done huruf mushabba bil fail yet, but I'll tell you one thing. The huruf mushabba bil fail come upon mubtada and khabar. What do they come upon? Mubtada and the khabar. And the inna gives a nasab to the mubtada, makes it ism. Instead of mubtada, we call it ism. So it gives a nasab to the ism. Yes, that's the mubtada. And it gives a rafa to the khabar. Rafa to the, for example, look, if we had Zaidun qa'imun. Yes? If you put, so Zaidun wasn't it? If you put inna before it, inna, it'll get rid of this, and alif will come, and Zaidan. Inna Zaidan qa'imun, because it's already marfu, you just leave it the same. Yes? Is that right, Afsab? So that's what takes place there. This is what huruf mushabba bil fi'l do. Inna, anna, ka'anna, lakinna, layta, la'alla. That's all of them. Okay. So do you understand what huruf mushabba bil fi'l are, that they gave nasab to the ism? So we call it isme inna, the ism of inna, and they give rafa to the khabar, and we call that the khabar of inna, khabre inna. So in actual fact here, it was inna na. Now you done the zamir, so can somebody tell me what zamir this is then? I've just told you what harkat it should have. Should have a nasab, shouldn't it? Yes, but zamirs are mabni, aren't they? So what state is it in? Marfu, mansoob or majroor? Mansoob, isn't it? And is it zamir mansoob muttasil or munfasil? Muttasil. Yes? I just broke you up there. Okay? Normally we join on. Inna, na. Okay? So is mansoob? Look, innahu, read it. Innahu, innahuma, innahum, innaha, innahuma, innahunna, innaka, innakuma, innakum, innaki, innakuma, innakunna, inna, or you can say innana, it comes both ways. Innana, inna, and inni. Yes? Inna and inna, na are both the same. So you can say innana, but the Quran has said inna. For takhfif, harder to say innana, isn't it? Yes? So therefore you can say inna. So all you're doing is you're just doing idgham of the noon, but you're getting rid of one noon as well at the same time, and saying inna. Yes? So first thing we've already worked out is that in the word inna, yes, you have that it is two words, yes, but the na zamir is the ism of inna. Yes, and it's mansoob, and it is mansoob to become the ism of inna. So we worked that out first, haven't we? Then we got anzalnahu. Anzalnahu. Now this one we need to work out. What siga is anzalna? Anzalna. Anybody know? Can we just move this desk forward? There you go. Leave it. There. Anzalna. कौन अफसाब? हाँ, fully. Siga.
Are we reading from Anzala Yanzilu or Nazala Yanzilu?
Well, how about we don't do sarf with me? Anzalna siga jama mutakallim. Kardan. How are you doing? Fail mazi mutlaq musbat ma'roof. What bab is it? Bab ifal. You read it wrong. Anzala yunzilu. Okay. Anzala yunzilu inzalan fahuwa munzilun wa unzila yunzalu inzalan fa munzilun. Alamruna anzil wa nahyin la tunzil. Okay. Anzalna from bab ifal. Remember bab ifal? That was a thing as well, wasn't it? Yeah. It's from that. Yes. So what we figured out that this one is a fail at the first, isn't it? Fail. And the who? What's who? Who's me? Who? Is who in it? Anzalnahu. So this one is a damir. Yes? It's a pronoun. But we'll come to that in a minute. Anzalna. We know that it's siga jama mutakallim from babe if'al fail mazi musbat ma'roof. So it's a fail, isn't it? And every fail needs a fa'il. Every fail needs a fa'il. So the fa'il here is that na. What zamir is it? That's mansoob, isn't it? Every fa'il is marfu, isn't it? So the zamir has to be marfu muttasil here. Marfu muttasil. Remember we told you the daraba gardan is the same, isn't it? Any gardan in that case where the zamir is joined onto it and is marfu. So you look to work out what zamir is. First of all, figure out what the amil is giving it. If the amil is giving it a rafa, then go towards the zamir which are marfu. If the amil is giving it a nasab, then go towards the zamir which are mansoob. If something is giving it a jad, then go to the zamir that is majroor. Yes? So look here, when we looked at this zamir, didn't we look at inna? And we said inna's before it, so therefore it has to be the ism of inna. Yes? And the ism of inna is mansoob. Therefore we go straight to the zamir mansoob, don't we? And then we look there, which one is it? Is it mansoob muttasil or mansoob munfasil? So same thing here. We came here, we know that the file is always marfu. So therefore we need to look at zamir marfu, either muttasil or munfasil. And it's joined here, isn't it? Yes? So therefore this na becomes the fa'il. What does it become? Fa'il. Then you've got a who. A who. Now we found a fa'il. Every fa'il can either will have a fa'il or a maf'ul bihi, depending on what type of verb it is. Yes? That is it a verb where it's just restricted to the subject, or is it a verb that transgresses towards an object? Yeah? So the subject does something to an object. Yes? So therefore in revealing, we revealed, you're waiting, aren't you? What is it? Then that tells you that it needs the maf'ul bihi. But before we get to maf'ul bihi, we need to know what zamir is. Any after the fa'il in the sentence, everything else will be mansoob. Everything else will be mansoob unless there's a harf jar or something like that in the sentence. But majority of the time it will be mansoob. So therefore we figured out that this is zamir mansoob then, isn't it? Zamir mansoob. What siga is it? Remember we did darabahu. Is the same one? It's the same zamir as darabahu. Wahid, muzakkar, ghaib, isn't it?
Which one are you asking?
This one.
The heart.
Yep. Who? Okay. Who? Okay. So it's Zamir Wahid Muzakkar. Yes, and it's Ghaib. Now, it's going to be Mansoob. It's going to be Mansoob. And it is Maf'ul. Sorry, before we make it Maf'ul Bihi, it becomes Hal. What does it become? Mawzul Hal, sorry. It becomes Zul Hal. There's a new concept now. This is where it gets a bit hard. Okay. Zul Hal. Zul Hal is that thing or person whose state you are mentioning. So you're not describing the person, but you're mentioning the state of that person. Yes? I met Zaid while he was riding. The while meaning. Okay? So it's showing his state, isn't it? It's not exactly describing him, but it's showing his state. So that's what Zul Hal is. Zul Hal is the person or the thing you're about to, whose state you're about to mention. But if you look further in the Quran, we have Qur'anan Arabiyan. Qur'anan Arabiyan. So we got Quran now. Now once we got Quran here, every Zul Hal needs a Hal. Every Zul Hal needs a Hal. Remember this principle. Every Zul Hal needs a Hal. So therefore, before we go on, Qur'anan is an ism, isn't it? Definitely an ism. But when we look further, we found out that there was Arabiyan. Arabiyan is mansoob, but we had to make this mawsoof. What do we make it? Mawsoof. Remember mawsoof sifa? That is such a Quran which is Arabi. So this is mawsoof. Arabiya is ism, and it became what? What does mawsoof need? Sifa. This became a sifa. Now mawsoof and sifa together, what will it become? What does Zul Hal need? Hal. Yes. Now together Zul Hal and Hal together will become the Maf'ul Bihi. Maf'ul Bihi. Maf'ul Bihi. Yes? So let's count them. You got Fa'il, you got Fa'il, and you got Maf'ul Bihi. Yes? So Fa'il, Fa'il, Maf'ul Bihi, all of these together. What do they make? Which Jumla? Huh? I haven't done that one yet. Yeah, Jumla, Fi'liya. So you got Jumla, Fi'liya, Khabriya. Now remember one thing, the inna gives a nasab to the ism and rafa to the khabar, doesn't it? Rafa to the khabar. So therefore, this Jumla Fi'liya Khabriya is in the place of a rafa, and it becomes the khabar of inna. What does it become? The khabar of inna. Now, the ism of inna and the khabar of inna, what do they make? The ism of inna and the khabar of inna, what sentence do they make? What's the first word? Forget inna, inna is a harf, we don't consider harfs, do we? Yes? So what's the first word? I'm pointing at it. Yeah, it's an ism, isn't it? So what jumla will it be? Jumla ismiya. We don't consider huruf. There's no jumla harfiya. Okay? That's only jumla ismiya, jumla fi'liya. So therefore, when we say inna, then it's jumla ismiya. So this whole sentence is jumla ismiya. Jumla ismiya. Khabriya. Lafzan, insha'iyya, manan. Okay? Do you understand that? Yes? Make sense? Jumla ismiya khabriya. Shall I go through it once more? Quickly? Right. you got inna, which gives a nasab to its ism, and rafa to its khabar. Yes, like the example I gave you, inna zaydan qa'imun. It's going to come later on in the book. Now, inna was the harf, na is a zamir, and it was zamir jama mutakallim. Jama mutakallim, and it was mansoob, zamir mansoob muttasil, and it became the ism of inna. We left that there. Then we had anzalna. We know it's a fail. It was siga jama mutakallim, fail mazi mutlaq musbat ma'roof, and it was from babe if'al, wasn't it? Every fail needs a fa'il, and every fa'il is marfu. So therefore, when we looked, we found that it's got a na zamir. Zamir marfu muttasil. Told us there's i'rab as well, that the na is marfu. Therefore, the na became a fa'il. The na became a fa'il. Then we looked, we had a hu. Anzalna hu, the zamir. It was zamir wahid muzakkar ghaib. Wahid muzakkar ghaib. And before we could close it off, we looked further. I mean, there was Quran and Arabian. What are we going to do with these? So therefore, we realized that they were mentioning the state of that book. It's a Quran, constantly recited in Arabic. Yes. So therefore, we looked and we said it has to be Zulhal. Then we left that who's there as a Zulhal. We moved forward to Quran. We saw that it's an ism, and then we realized that it is also, it has to be Mawsuf, because what we're going to do with Arabi. Arabi is describing the Quran, isn't it? So therefore, Arabi is an ism and it's a sifa of Mawsuf. It's a sifa of Mawsuf. Then Mawsuf and sifa together became the hal of Zulhal. Zulhal and hal together became the mansub mahallan. They're in the place of nasab, because every maf'ul bihi is mansub. But it's a mabni, isn't it? Mabni will not show its i'rab. So therefore we'll say it's mansub mahallan, and it became maf'ul bihi. After it became maf'ul bihi, we counted, there's nothing else left in the sentence now, is there? Yeah? We've done anzalna, we've done hu, we've done Qur'an, and we've done Arabian. Everything regarding them. Now count them all. You got a fail, anzalna, you got the na fa'il, and then you've got hu, Qur'an and Arabian together as a maf'ul. Remember we closed it after me. As a maf'ul bihi, it became jumla fi'liya khabriya. But it's a sentence within a sentence now, isn't it? So therefore this jumla fi'liya khabriya is going to become khabar. Every khabar is marfu. Every khabar is marfu. So therefore in this case is going to be marfu mahallan in the place of rafa, and then become the khabar of da inna, which we saw over there. And then now count that isme inna, the ism of inna with the khabar of inna makes jumla ismiya khabriya. Make sense? Yes? Some? Easier than shara me'a? Well, the book you read 5 times as an exaggeration. 6 times the charm. Right, there's one sentence left in that verse. لَأَلَّكُمْ تَأْكِلُونَ. This is easier. Shorter sentence. Right, لَعَلَّكُمْ. I've just told you about huruf mushabba bil fail. You know the inna? La'alla is one of them as well. Okay, la'alla is one of them. So la'alla is a harf. La'alla is a harf. And his harf mushabba bil fail. Its ism has a nasab and its khabar has a rafa, like we just read in the previous verse. Sentence. So therefore what is kum then? What zamir is it? So zamir, isn't it? Yeah. Jama muzakkar ghaib, isn't it? Hazir. Jama muzakkar hazir. Is it marfu, mansoob or majroor? Say it's mansoob, isn't it? Because la'alla gives its ism a nasab. So therefore this is mansoob. Is mansoob muttasil. Mansoob muttasil. So therefore, let's close it. What is it? Isme. What is it going to be? Isme la'alla this time. You know, just so we say Isme inna, this time we just say Isme la'alla. Inna is not here anymore, is it? Isme la'alla. Yes? It's all easy. Taqilun. Ism fi'l or harf? Fi'l, isn't it? What siga is it? Jama, Muzakkar, Hazir. What gardan? Fi'l, Mudare, Musbat, Ma'ruf, and his bab. Daraba, Yadribu. Daraba, Yadribu. Aqala, Ya'kilu. And it's a fail, isn't it? So it's a fail. What does every fail need? Every fail needs a fa'il. The fa'il here is the waw zamir. Is the waw zamir. So the waw here, which is the zamir, and is zamir marfu muttasil. The first one. Yes? You know, the daraba gardan that we read, I said to you, all the gardans as they are, they will have a zamir marfu muttasil in them, except for two sige. The wahid muzakkar ghaib and wahid muannas ghaib. From all the gardans. Yes? That's fail mazi, muzare, amr, whatever it is. Okay? So, once it's marfu, what does it become? What does fail need? Fa'il. So therefore, fail and fa'il, there's nothing else in the sentence, is there? So after fail and fa'il make what? Jumla fi'liya khabriya. But it's a sentence within a sentence, isn't it? So therefore, this jumla fi'liya khabriya will be in the place of rafa. What will it become then? Huh? What will the jumla fi'liya khabriya become? That's ism la'allah, and every ism la'allah needs a khabre la'allah. Yes? Remember, keep in your eye, just the name changes. Mubtada and khabar come together, don't they? Just look at the name of isme la'allah as being mubtada, yes, and khabre inna being the khabar. It's just the same thing, just if you keep the same name, then you get confused. Okay? So here it becomes khabre la Allah. Khabre la Allah. So together, what sentence are they? Jumla? Jumla? Jumla ismiya insha'iyya. It's la Allah, isn't it? Yes? Remember la Allah? Remember we did the list of jumla insha'iyya? अमर जैसे इदरिब नहीं जैसे ला तदरिब, इस्तिफाम जैसे हल दरबा, ज़ैदुन अमरन, तरज्जी तरज्जी and tamanni, both of them, like layta zaidan hazirun la'alla amran ghaibun. That isn't it? La'alla. Yes? So it's in insha then, isn't it? Jumla insha'iyya here. Jumla insha'iyya here. I know I said it's tarajji. What is it? It's tarajji, isn't it? Yes? Hope or doubt. But when these words come for Allah and His Messenger, they're always used in the meaning of certainty. That it will happen. Like that. Okay? Right, turn towards the verse. So we said, Inna anzalnahu Qur'anan Arabiyan la'allakum ta'qilun. So in the back Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Alif Lam Ra, those, tilka, ishara by Eid, isn't it? Fa. So remember, look, that T in the starting, you have to go back a bit, sorry, in the verse. The T, that's that what we just taught you on the board a bit ago. Ta, T, that T in there. The lams can come along, and the kaf is of khitab. The kaf is of, if you're talking to a male, you say tilka. If you're talking to a female, you say tilki. Tilki. Okay? So that happens, it's just a kaf of khitab, just so it signifies who you're talking to. Okay? The kaf of khitab is not done by the thing you're pointing to. It's done by who you're talking to. Does that make sense? Yes? The thing that you're pointing to, its gender is appointed, if it does have a gender, by the ishara. So here T, till, T. The T has appointed that, isn't it? The kaf is the person you're speaking to or who you're pointing it out to. Yes? It signifies that. We'll talk about that sometime, inshallah. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so remember we said we can't translate tilka as singular. Why is that, Hafsa? Huh? Why can't we translate tilka as singular? Is wahid, isn't it? So why can't we translate as wahid? It won't make sense because the words are ayatul kitabil mubin. So those are the signs. Yes? Those are the signs of the glorious book, or the verses of the glorious book. Remember we said this, didn't we? There is another way. Yeah? That you say that thing is the signs of the glorious book. But it slightly won't make sense. It still sounds a bit weird. Yes? But what I'm trying to say is that one thing can be a multiple sign of something else.
Are we going to use the same meaning as before? So we take individual afraad, come from the entire one and do it like that?
No. Of some words of specific meanings, we don't just take any word and put it anywhere. Tilka is a ism ishara. Okay? But it's hard, so this is why you'll have to translate as those, that, or those. Yes? Anyway, inna anzalnahu. So I'll do a word to word translation. Inna, indeed, verily, we, the na in it. In, na, the na in it, we. Anzalna, we revealed. Who? It. The whose zamir goes back to al-kitab. The who goes back to al-kitab. The pronoun goes straight there, al-kitab. Revealed it, the glorious book. Revealed the glorious book. Qur'anan, in such a state that it is recited. If you do translate Qur'an as the one that's constantly recited, okay? In such a state that it is constantly recited, such a constant recitation which is Arabic. Yes? Imagine doing that whole translation of the Quran like that. Be exhausting, eh? But at least it makes you understand. You wouldn't do it like that because you're meant to present it in an eloquent manner, aren't you? Yeah, this is why translating the Quran is a difficult task, because you have to try to present the Quran in the language most eloquent manner. And if you fail to do that, then you haven't really represented the Quran, then have you? If you wrote a book in a language and it was to be translated into another language, yes, but you put all your effort into making sure that in your language it was on the highest eloquence, and then some dude comes along and translates it into another language and just puts it all in slang. Yes? You know, the person who's reading the other language will think that the original book was written like this, in slang. Yes? So see where it affects. Yeah? So therefore, it'll have bad thoughts. The person will have bad thoughts about you, thinking, what kind of book has he written? Yes? So therefore, you have to be very, very good at English at the least. Yes? And don't get into this idea of translating the Quran into simple English. It's disastrous. Never go by translating anything based on the understanding of the layman. Yes? Because you have to lower yourself then, don't you? If you have to lower yourself, then just think of that student who can never understand anything. Then you come to the conclusion, I don't need to translate the Quran. Just leave it as is, because he doesn't understand anything. Yes? I mean, if you always drop your bar down to that level, yes, then in that case you might as well just not do it. So don't get into this idea of, inshallah, when you start translating, don't get into the idea of translating it so that it fits the language of the commoners, if you like. Okay? No. You want to build them up so that they actually feel like that they're reading something which gives them knowledge. Yes? Bit of hard work. You know, if the words got like 3 syllables in it, that's a good thing. Yes? It's a good thing that there's 3 syllables in a word. They might have to open a dictionary and read it. So it feels like that they're getting knowledge. Otherwise, it's just going to feel like that they're reading the newspaper. Isn't it? Yes? They just say, yeah, alhamdulillah, that's news. Put it away. So you should never do that, especially when you translate Quran or Hadith. Bring it to the highest level that you can bring in terms of eloquence. Okay? To your best. لَعَلَّكُمْ تَعْقِلُونَ. He will translate as so that. So that you can understand. So that you can understand. It's like a ta'leel, a reason. So that you can understand. Yes? So this is the meaning of this verse. Have a look at a bit of a tafsir of this verse. Inna anzalna. It's permissible for this meaning, I give you the actual meaning, but it's permissible for this meaning to be that we have revealed this Quran. Yes? As a Quran which is Arabic. As a Quran which is, but the word Quran is not in the surah, is it? It's kitab. It is kitab. But the kitab refers to Quran then, doesn't it? So therefore you can take this meaning from it. Another meaning of the Quran and Arabian, the word, like I said, is constantly recited. And another meaning of it is something compiled. Yes? So one meaning of Quran is that it's compiled, but in what language? In Arabic. In Arabic. Now the question is that why would the Mufassirin say here that it's in the meaning of majmu'? That it's compiled?
Because when it was revealed, it was revealed piecemeal at a time. And
What did you say it was revealed?
Piecemeal, like
Okay.
Stages.
Yeah, stages.
So, for a person at that time, they would have just seen it in bits. They wouldn't have seen it as.
Yes, it was compiled, wasn't it? So remember one thing, that it was revealed, according to some Mufassirin, in one go. Some said to Lawh Mahfuz, some said directly to the heart of the Prophet. But then, as time came for certain verses to be the forefront, as in to be explained to the Sahaba, when the right time came for them, then Sayyidina Jibreel would come as a reminder to say that this verse now fits at this time. Yes? So therefore, it's like compiling it now, isn't it? It is like compiling the Quran as his mushaf. Yes? In his book form. Yes? Other than it being in the heart of the Prophet, it's now as a book form being given to the Sahaba Ikram to be compiled. Another one is that the actual Quran is without speech, isn't it? It's without words. Wait for the azan. What were we talking about?
Talking about the Quran, how it was built in Mahfuz, and how that is
Yeah. So so it was compiled in this manner, wasn't it? And then it was compiled in Arabic. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's intrinsic speech is without words, is without speech. Yes? But then when it came to the Prophet, and then the Prophet gave it to the Sahaba, it came in which language? But there might be an objection upon this, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying in the Quran, Qur'anan Arabiyan. So his intrinsic speech is without words and without sound. In that intrinsic speech, he said that that it is Arabic, that the Quran is Arabic. The Quran is God's words, so God's words are Arabic. Yes? So how is it compiled in Arabic when it was kind of already Arabic before? Yes? Makes sense? The objection? It's in the Quran. This is the Quran, isn't it? So it's God's word. So from the answer, first what we said, that the Sahaba Ikram compiled it in Arabic. Yes? But yet, the Quran is saying itself that it's in Arabic. So that means, and the Quran represents God's word, the Musaf. Yes? It represents God's word. So therefore, the actual Quran, God's speech, would have been Arabic. Yes? That's the objection, isn't it? So look at the answer to this. The answer is that it's recited in that language. Meaning, God has said Quran and Arabiyan, not that his language, because it's without sound, is without words, so you can't say it's exactly Arabic as well, can you? But he decreed that the only thing that can represent his intrinsic speech is Quran and Arabiya. It's Arabic. That makes sense now? So he actually already had ordained that it was going to be the Arabs who are going to be writing the Quran. That makes sense now? Yes? So this is one way of looking at it, that O people, it will be recited in your language, meaning O Arabs, it will be recited in your language and written in your language that you understand. Qur'anan Arabiyan. So therefore you have a representative and the intrinsic speech. The representative represents the intrinsic speech. The speech is whatever it is according to the rank of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But he chose for his kalam in nafsi, for his intrinsic speech to be represented by the Arabic language. Hence he said Qur'anan Arabiya. So now we got both of them together, haven't we? The majmu also, that over there we kind of understood that once it came to the Prophet and then the Prophet gave it to the Sahaba, that's when it became Arabic. Yes? Because they wrote it in Arabic. But yet this Quran is saying that it's already Arabic, because Quran is representing the intrinsic speech. Yes? So we've answered it, haven't we? That he already ordained for it to be written in Arabic, for it to be represented in the best way. Now why Arabic? That's the next question, isn't it? Why Arabic? It is said that the reason is that if you look at the word a'raba, or when we say i'rab, yes? The word i'rab or a'raba means bayyana, yes? Clear. It explains everything, it's clear. Meaning the words of Arabic are such that they are very clear in their meaning. Very clear in the meaning. Yes? And they are. It's just our understanding, isn't it? It's just our. Yeah, it's like a drunken man. His wife's in front of him and he's drunk. Yes? And he thinks it's his mother. Yes? But the truth is there, isn't it? Everybody else is seeing that, yeah, that's your wife. No, he's saying, no, it's my mother. Yes? Yes? So therefore, the truth can't be denied. Everything is clear. It's just our understanding and our akal that has hijab before it, and everything becomes blurry because of that hijab. Yes? So that's why. So here, this is why Arabic has been chosen. It is said in Arabic, As-sayyibu tu'ribu an nafsiha, a lady explains regarding herself, meaning she can make everything clear in regards to her affairs. Like it said in fiqh, that if it's a lady who's never been married before, then her silence is approval, isn't it? Yes? But if she's been married before, Her silence is not approval. Rather, she needs to speak and give approval. So therefore, she needs to be clear now. As-sayyibu tu'ribu an nafsiha. That she needs to be clear in regards to her decision. Does she want to marry this guy or not? Yes? Do you know somewhere that come from? So this is how we say it. لَعَلَّكُمْ تَعْقِلُونَ, so that you may understand. So that you may understand. So I've said may here intentionally. The may does not refer to the Quran, because everything in the Quran is certainty. The may is more or less to us. Yes? The Quran makes everything clear, but do we really understand it? No, we don't. So that you may understand, meaning we may understand. So the fault is on our side, it's not in the Quran. Some said that the who zamir here can refer to the news of Sayyidina Yusuf, because it's about Sayyidina Yusuf, isn't it? Yes? So it really means anzalna khabra Yusufa, that we have revealed the story of Yusuf, the news of Yusuf. And some ulama said that this is maybe the closest meaning and what fits here in regards to this zamir, and that the story itself is in Arabic, is recited in Arabic. Yes? So rather than the whole Quran, the who zamir here refers to the story of Sayyidina Yusuf, and that story of Sayyidina Yusuf has now been related in Arabic as opposed to the previous books.
So then, Sheikh, is that who the means will harm to Ahsan al-Qasas in the work in this first letter?
No, that's totally separate. We'll get to that. Yes? That is completely separate. Now, we'll come to that. Okay? So over there it said, نَحْنُ نَقُصُّ عَلَيْكَ أَحْسَنَ الْقَصِدِ. That's maful bihi of naqussu.
Then, but from what that tafsir mentioned, that the who the means is referring to the
Khabar.
yes, but then
Yes? But this is a separate sentence, isn't it? We're not going to bring it to a completely alien sentence.
then how do they get that? How do they get that conclusion that it refers to the?
We'll come into that. We'll tell you now. So, if you say as Khabr Yusuf, then the story of Sayyidina Yusuf is now being recited in Arabic. So the Quran and still Quran, isn't it? Yes, and it's Arabiya, meaning the story of Sayyidina Yusuf is now being related in Arabic for those that didn't know in Arabic, the Arabic speakers. So in that meaning, it can also refer to this. The reason for this particular tafsir was that the Jews came to the Prophet ﷺ and said that, asked a few questions. Why did the Ali Yaqub, the offspring of Sayyidina Yaqub, go from Sham to Egypt, meaning the sons of Sayyidina Yaqub, and tell us in regards to the story of Sayyidina Yusuf? Yes, because he was not known in the Arabic language. Yes, so therefore to be related in an eloquent manner, it can only come through a Nabi. Yes, so therefore what happened was, for أَنزَلَ اللَّهُ عَزَّ وَجَلَّ هَذَا بِمَكَّةِ, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed these verses in Makkah in regards to similar to what was in the Torah. Yes, but not only what was in the Torah, but also extra. Yes, and certain extra things that only a Nabi could know. Meaning, Aql could not play part in that. Yeah. Nobody could forge them. It was certain details, which will come later on, certain details that the Prophet ﷺ told them that for the Jews, it was a sign that he was actually a Nabi of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So that's why this story came. وَفِيهِ زِيَادَةٌ لَيْسَتْ إِنَّهُمْ. There were such extra things within this story of Sayyidina Yusuf that were not with the Jews at all. Yes? That when the Prophet ﷺ gave him news of this, they had never read anything like it before, ever, not in their books. Yes? Similar to how we mention in the Quran, how the Prophet mentioned in regards to Sayyidina Isa reviving the dead. Yes? The truth was that the Christians didn't know about this themselves. Yes? It was through Islam that they came to know of this. So that is, that's the miracle of this verse as well. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has indicated towards these extra things so that those Jews could accept Islam. Okay, so this is the tafsir of this part of this verse. Okay, that the Yahud came, hence why Surah Yusuf, we understood why Surah Yusuf was revealed, because the Jews came and they wanted to ask regarding this story. Why? Because they really wanted to know if he's a Nabi of Allah. And when the Prophet ﷺ gave them the wahi that came to him, but then in the wahi was those extra details, and such details that they knew in their hearts that nobody could forge them. Yes? They had never read them, they had never heard of them, but with certain details they knew it was the truth as well. Yes? Meaning it's a miracle then, isn't it? So therefore, this is why the surah, we understood now why it was revealed, hence why the story will now come. Yeah? That's why now you'll understand the next bit, نَحْنُ نَقُصُّ عَلَيْكَ أَحْسَنَ الْقَصَصِ. It became the best story then. Why? Because it's got those miracles within it. Yes? Other stories happen and they had apparent miracles, but these were certain details that were left out by in the previous books, but the Quran told them as to show the truthfulness of our Prophet ﷺ, and it became the best story because of that reason. Okay? We'll do that next week, inshallah.